Big B Coffee, McDonald's, Absolute Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Bourbon Street Pizza, Culver Portside Marina, Marshall County REMC, the Pilot News Group, Marshall County Fiber, Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. The Coca-Cola pregame is up next.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Who do I perform for? I perform for all the awesome composers whose music deserves to be heard.
I perform for all the stagehands who make sure I never miss a cue.
I perform for our high school choir director who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
I perform for Mrs. Evans, my high school debate coach, who has helped me become more confident than I ever dreamed possible.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high school in your community.
Hey, I got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
Time now for the Coca-Cola pregame show.
And we're live at a crazy gymnasium at Argos High School. Rusty Dixon along with Peyton Skirvin as we get ready for the bell game. And this is the way it is. You did this one with me last year, didn't you?
I did not,
game?
Rusty. I don't think I was there for that one.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is the way it is every year. And if the JV game's any indication of the way this varsity game's going to go, we're going to have a crazy one. When we start, what was it? It was 26-12 to start this quarter, wasn't it?
Yep.
Argos has fought back. They're within 9. They were within 6 a few minutes ago, or a few seconds ago. So there's 45 seconds left in the JV game. Culver's going to be shooting some free throws here to try to help put it away. But you know they mean business, man. The Dragon's here. Mm-hmm. The band's here. Both sides are completely loaded. Both student sections are completely full. It's loud. It's the bell game.
Rusty, you could really just feel it as soon as we pulled into the parking lot. It was like, all right, okay, there's nowhere to park. All right. And then you walk in and there's 50 Culver students right in your face screaming during a JV game. That doesn't happen often where the students are going back and forth in a JV game. It's been setting the tone right away.
I think I told you, this kind of reminds me, this atmosphere kind of reminds me back in the day when I was in school and then, in the late 90s, a Plymouth-Warsaw game where, everybody's on their feet for the JV game, and it means something to everybody that shows up here. And, it's been this way I married a Culver girl, dude. You know that.
Yeah.
I knew about this game a long, long time ago. Every alumni from Culver for Argos, they talk about this game. It is the game. It's the USC Notre Dame of small school basketball in Marshall County.
Well, it's funny. I saw a few people that I know just from both sides here, and every single one of them I saw just had this intensity to them. I'm like, you guys all right? Like, here to watch the nephew, but it's, this is what we need tonight. I'm like, all right, let's see it, man, because it's you can kind of sense it, Rusty, that you have two teams that, you talked about it, and we're going to hear it in the pregame interviews that you had, but two teams that don't like each other, and they're not scared to show that.
No, and they don't like each other on this night. I think most of them are okay with each other away from this game, but, I know earlier in the year we covered the girls' bell game here, and for the first time in 10 years, Culver's girls were able to take a win in that game and get the bell back to Culver. It's been 10 years since the Culver boys have won it as well, and they are really looking to try to get that thing back in Culver. So, honestly, this is what high school basketball is supposed to be in the state of Indiana.
It is, just good, clean rivalries that, it doesn't go too far beyond the court, Rusty, like you said, but when you step in between those lines, it's all business, and you're trying to get something done. And what that is beat the rival that you've grown up wanting to beat for your entire life. So, like we said, it should be an extremely fun game, and in my opinion, a pretty even matchup. So, kind of interested to see what happens in that first quarter and how that game, how the game really starts off.
Got 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter of the JV contest. It's a 32-20 lead for Culver. And all I can tell you is the Dragon's here, so it's serious. They mean business.
It's already a little warm in here, too. So.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to be sweating.
I would imagine. At some point, we got to get our picture taken with the Dragon. I
think he'd come up here. We can flag him down.
It's like my favorite high school mascot around the area. The Lancer at LaVille always is one of my favorites as well. But I haven't seen the Lancer for a long time.
It'd be nice if the Cavalier just popped out of nowhere here.
It would be.
Little standoff.
Have a little mascot war at halftime. But anyway, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk to the head coaches of both these teams. And you're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of this year's Bell game, Culver versus Argos. Just about to get going, so don't go anywhere.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little portion. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana. Serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutehc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer. Coach's Corner brought to you by Marion's University and Silla College.
And Nick Ending joins me, head coach of the Argos Dragons, here on our Marion and Ancilla pregame show. And you've got one of those teams that's so young, it's hard probably to get a handle on them, but it looks like you have had a little success here over the last week or so since the last time we talked. Got a nice win over Lakeland Christian, and Triton's doing what they did to you to a lot of people. That's a really good team.
Yeah, I think we showed some improvement on the defensive end. Lakeland Christian game, I was really happy with how we played defensively, only giving up 40 points. A lot of that was kind of caused by how we played on offense a little bit, giving up some points, but in the half court we were really good. And Triton game, they shot really well. We kind of had to pick our battles on what we were going to give them and what we were going to try to take from them. And, they hit a lot of shots early and kind of opened things up and got away from us there. But, in the last week, I thought, we had a little bit better focus in practice, and we were ready to roll on Tuesday against Lakeland Christian. Going to Triton's always going to be a tough game, and we just kind of tried to come out of that with some positive. And there wasn't a lot of positive there, but we're moving on, and we got obviously one of our bigger games of the year tomorrow or tonight.
Let's talk about your guys a little bit. You mentioned practice a lot when we talk, and learning to practice is one of the biggest things for a young team, especially, freshmen, sophomores. They're not used to what that's like at a varsity level. How do you feel about the way practice goes? Are you guys learning how they need to go at it?
Yeah, we kind of changed up a little bit. I mean, we've had a week here in between Triton game and Culver. We've done some things a little bit different, try to make practice more competitive. And I'm going to be honest, they don't love it as much as they need to, because they need to learn to compete in everything they do when we're on the basketball floor. And I think, especially the younger guys, think of it practice as in, oh, we just got to do it today, get through it, and we're not going to get any better if we just keep going through the motions. So we did some things different this past week, and I don't think they necessarily like it, but I think it's best for us to do things this way. And I'm hoping it pays some dividends down the road here. I want those younger guys to compete. We try to split the teams evenly as much as we can in practice, and so Zayden and Makai are always going at each other. Put a few guys on Mac to make his life difficult. So we just, I want our guys to bring it every day, and I want our guys just to compete all the time. Score regardless of the score every night. If it's a Tuesday on the road or a big rivalry game at home, I want our guys to compete the full 32 minutes, and we need to do that in practice.
I hear a lot of coaches talk about that, and I was always, when in my playing days, win every rep of every drill, and that's how you learn to win. I mean, you ought to go to practice wanting to win every minute of practice.
Yeah, we did a lot of team stuff, competitive-wise. We also make it individual. I would say more individual competition earlier in the year, but, our guys, it's just like a game, every possession matters, not turning the ball over, not having a breakdown on defense, and you need to practice that way. I think, again, being young, we don't necessarily look at it that way all the time. You play a game on a Thursday and then you look on the schedule, oh, we don't play again until the following Thursday. I think Friday and Saturday there for younger groups, kind of like, oh, let's just get through it. But, I want our guys, every rep, like if there's a mistake, we need to fix it on the spot, do it again, do it until we don't mess it up anymore instead of just getting it right one time. So that's kind of how we operate.
I also hear from a lot of coaches at this point in the year, and we've talked about how young you are, and you are extremely young. But they say, it's the time of the year now where, freshmen aren't freshmen anymore. Sophomores aren't sophomores anymore. It ought to be clicking in about here. Are you seeing some things click in with your young guys that, they're starting to get an understanding of what it's going to take?
Yeah, and that's funny you bring that up because we've talked about that, after Christmas break. I'm like, I think everybody, there's no excuses on lack of varsity experience now. Makai, Zane played quite a bit of varsity as freshmen. Mac played a lot last year and obviously plays a lot this year. So, I mean, yeah, I think our guys are kind of understanding, what it takes on the day in level, like we've discussed, but, still young. Every other team's, been through 17 games or whatever. So they're feeling the same way. But, we're seeing some individual improvement here and there. It's just last year we kind of made the turn right after the Culver game. I think Culver was our last win, but we were very competitive towards the end of the year that I was proud of. We didn't necessarily have wins to show for that, but I'm hoping we kind of have that going in to the last 2 weeks of the regular season here in sectional and beyond. So, we're seeing improvement. I'm hoping we can use these last 2 weeks of the regular season to playing our best basketball when sectional rolls around.
Do you feel like you've gotten to the point you kind of wanted to be at this level or at this point in the season? Or, I mean, are you behind the curve, ahead of the curve? Where do you think you're at on where you thought you'd be?
I don't know if I ever definitively say, like this is where I want us to be at this point. I just want us to keep getting better. And I really struggle with when it seems like we take a couple steps backwards. I think the Bi-County week, I was really disappointed. I thought we took some steps backwards when we had an opportunity to really, make some strides and win some ball games there. So, just as long as we bring it every day and try to get better, I want us playing our best basketball sectional time and whatever that is. You could tell after you play the game and how our guys compete. I can feel it's pretty obvious seeing them every day if we're getting better or not. And that's just where we want to be. We want to be playing our best basketball in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully it starts tonight.
Talk about tonight's opponent, Culver. I mean, they're a team that's really in a lot of ways, they're pretty much a mirror image of you guys. Another young team wants to get after it. What do you see when you look at Culver?
Yeah, we were playing a Coach Evans team. I've faced him at my time at Triton. We even faced him a few years when I was at Valley. They got their style of play. They do a great job. I mean, those kids, they've run that for the most part, minus last year. They're since junior high, so they know they're all on the same page on what they're doing defensively, especially. They kind of just feed off each other. They see one guy goes here, they know they need to go there. So they do a great job of, their defense. You spend a lot of time worried about how you're going to attack their zone and their press. And they got multiple guys that could score. I'm sure they probably possibly all 7 guys that play a lot of minutes for them, probably lead them in scoring at some point. So, they're McEwen twins obviously do a lot for them. Jackson kids improved a lot from last year. And they got some guys that are capable of shooting it to come off the bench. So, they're a tough preparation for us. We spent almost a week talking about them now. So, I think our guys are excited. We know what we need to do. And, we need to play our game first and foremost. As always, I tell them, we can spend all this time talking about our opponents, but if we execute what we need to do, we'll be in good shape. So we want to do what we do well first, and then we'll make adjustments on kind of what they do maybe that we haven't seen on film. So, yeah, we're excited for it. Our guys are excited. Going into the season, this is one of the games, we talk about our goals. I think this is probably one of the top goals for the team, especially our players being Argos guys always going against Culver. For me, there's other things, but, I really, obviously, the players want this game. I want this game. So, even for conference standings, we have opportunity with 2 conference games left to get about the halfway point of conference. So we want to win here, and we got North Judson coming up and get both of those to put us at 500 in the conference.
I guess you mentioned a little earlier, what do you have to do to get a win? What's on your checklist?
Yeah, I've talked about a lot. We need to handle their pressure so we can, really worries me is turning the ball over, then them getting easy baskets going the other way. Yeah. I think we can do some things on our defensive end to kind of get them out of what they want to do, but we just don't want to give them free baskets, make them work for every score they're going to get. But if we put ourselves at a disadvantage on what we do on the offensive end, if we make lazy passes, we make one pass, shoot a deep 3. We get silly fouls, things like that. We don't play physical. They're not necessarily super tall, but they play so physical. They make you earn everything. So we got to be able to do those things to beat them tonight.
Well, Coach, as always, thanks so much for taking the time, and good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
It's Argos head coach Nick Kindig, and we will be right back.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
Kyle Evans, head coach at Culver, joins us in this section of the Marian Ancilla pregame show. Man, looks like you've had a good stretch here. I know a couple of blips, but both those teams that got you were, they have 6 losses between both of them. So, the couple of tough ones in a row, but it seems like you found some things.
Yeah, we've been happy with the offensive end of the floor. It's something we've been struggling with all year. And, we started, we had some good moments. And, scoring, I just think about going back even to last year with this group, they averaged 24, 25 points a game. And offense has been a huge struggle all year for us. But for us to be scoring in the 40s against quality opponents, Washington Township, their only losses on the year were They lost twice to the number 1 team in the state. They lost They lost another game to the number 5 team in the state in 1A, and then they lost to their other loss was to Chesterton, who's a top 20 team in the entire polls of Indiana for all classes. So, and then DeMont Christian, who's like 16-2.
Yeah.
They for us to be able to do some things well on the offensive end against those teams, we're really excited about and pleased with. And we're hoping that kind of, provides some confidence moving down the last stretch.
I know that, it's that time of the year. For the first part of the year, people talk about how you have a young team or whatever. I mean, but, coaches now I hear them say all the time, they're not sophomores anymore. They've had a year of experience here. You feel like your guys are kind of getting it?
Well, I think a lot of it is truly confidence. I've had, one of my sophomores, Colton Howard, who the last 2 games have scored 14 and 17 off the bench. He'll flat out tell me, I just feel a lot more confident on the floor. And so, with youth, a lot of it is confidence. If they start feeling uncomfortable, that's when mistakes happen and that's when they struggle. And I think a lot of it as a team has just been confidence. We've always been, as a team, played extremely hard on the defensive end and, did some things well on that end, but really lacked confidence on the offensive end. And I think that's part of it. And it's really good to see from our younger guys. But, you're late in the season now. You're kind of at that point where, like, are we better or worse right now? Because it's either pack it in time or get it, turn it loose for sectional time. And we believe, and our kids believe, that we are playing our absolute best basketball this past month in January. We are drastically better than we were in November and December. And, I told our kids last night after practice, they show up every day. They work their butts off. They take coaching well, and they continue to improve every day. And that's why they've seen this growth over the season. So, you talk about that, sophomores aren't sophomores anymore, but they are, mentally and physically. And, but the development and growth throughout the last 3 months have been really strong for us.
Do you think some of it might have been a little bit of a period of adjustment? I mean, it's not like you were new to these guys, but there was a year where there was a new system, a new way of doing things. And did it take a little time for them to get back into, okay, this is the way Coach wants things?
I think yes and no. Obviously it was a much faster transition just because most of the upperclassmen I've had. And but these sophomores, they had not really truly played in the system yet. And, we defensively, it was small things, but it was truly just effort. If you're, just getting them to play with effort, and we got that from them right away. So that's why we were so far ahead of ourselves defensively compared to the offensive end. But a drastic system change offensively from last year to this year. And I think that was the biggest change. And, I think that's where, that adjustment period comes in, and you're starting to see now, 4 months into what we do, you're starting to see some success from those guys. So I certainly think that plays a part of it, but it certainly wasn't as long as like a brand new coach coming in that they don't have any idea about. But, that was part of it. And I think that's kind of why, we've started to kind of hit our stride on the offensive end more throughout the month of January.
Talk about the team that you've got tonight. Argos. I mean, they're once again another really young team just trying to find some things, and looks like they've had some things going in a positive direction as well. I mean, what do you see when you look at them?
Well, I mean, either way, old, young, new, or anything. It doesn't matter when it comes to this game, right? This is a huge game for both programs, and regardless of what you've seen on film all year, both teams are going to see each other's best versions. And, with Argos, they've got 2 incredible scorers, in my opinion, in Zane Helms and Mekhi Austin. The Austin kid, when he starts stringing, he is a very, very tough cover from the 3-point line. And the Helms kid can score from anywhere. He's got incredible size. He handles the ball really well. He's long, he's lanky, he's a good athlete. He can score in the post, he can score in the mid-range, and he shoots the ball really well from 3. when as far as containing those two defensively, I'm not sure you can contain them to keep them scoreless or to 2 or 4 points. They're going to get their shots up, they're going to score just because they're good enough to.
Right.
But those are our two main concerns. But I think a key guy for us to make sure that he doesn't really hurt us is Matt Calhoun in the post. 6'4", long, lanky, scores really well at the rim, protects the rim, rebounds extremely well. He scares me maybe more than the other two just because of our lack of size. If those three all have big games, we are in big trouble. So, we've just got to be able to contain those guys, rebound the basketball. But, overall, like you said, they've got a lot of young guys on the floor too. Both teams have a plethora of sophomores on the floor at all times, it seems like, mixed in with veterans. So we are a very, very, very similar team from that standpoint.
Talk about your guys. What do you got to do tonight in order to get that to keep the bell at Culver?
Well, first of all, we have not. This game is for everyone, right? This is for the past 10 years of Culver basketball players that have not won a bell game. This is for every single student that has gone through our school that has showed up in our student section and have not gotten to experience celebrating a bell win. So this game is truly encompasses the entire community, our school, and the students tonight. But the biggest thing for us to get done, we're pretty consistent in what we do. We know what we're going to get out of our guys on both ends. We've got to handle the mental side of it, the magnitude of the game. You talking to these guys last night, you handle the magnitude of the game, you handle the atmosphere, you handle the adversity, and you're going to be in a position to win a ball game. Those things have nothing to do with X's and O's. They have nothing to do with rebounding. They have nothing to do with your rotations. So we can talk about all that other stuff, but truly the key for us tonight is to be mentally locked into doing our jobs for 32 minutes through all those things that I just listed, and we're going to be in position to win a ball game.
Well, man, good luck to you tonight, and I guess we'll see you in a few hours.
Yep, I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to it. And I told Tony this. I always told Tony this every year. What makes this game such a great rivalry is they don't like us and we don't like them, and we're going to see each other's best efforts. And that's no lie.
Yeah, I've been to a few of these too. I know exactly what you're saying. I even have my wife's a Culver girl, so I hear about the bell game.
There we go. There we go. So I know who you'll be supporting tonight. All right.
That's Kyle Evans, head coach at Culver, and we'll be right back.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. They welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. The professionals, along with caring staff at Johnson Danielson, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829. Visit their website at johnsondanielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Service beyond expectation.
Here's the keys to the game.
And we're back live at I don't even know, Phil Waybright Gymnasium. Man, Phil Waybright was the coach here when I was in school. And this is like one of those games. I mean, any you young people here tonight, this is what it used to be like every night in Indiana high school basketball.
Oh, my goodness. Rusty.
What?
The Cavalier is here.
They've got the Cavalier?
Yep. The Cavalier and the Dragon are both here tonight.
You know they mean business
and Kyle
when they
Evans
bring the mascots.
Has brought out the burnt orange suit.
He's got the burnt orange suit.
This is going to be something.
Okay, so keys to the game. What, the burnt orange suit and which mascot has the best costume, or what are we doing here?
Who can settle in and not panic, Rusty? It's going to be a game of chaos. It is, man. You walk in this gym right now, there's 1,000 people in line to get a popcorn behind us. I mean, this is going to be a hectic game, and I think whoever can settle in and play their brand of basketball is going to win this game tonight.
It's really kind of what Kyle Evans said. You know, the team that wins is going to be the team that gets past all the stuff around it and just plays basketball. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have our starting lineups. You're listening to the Bell Game here on Max 98.3.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927.
Here's your starting lineup brought to you by First Federal Savings.
And we could have told you who this was. I still went down and got it just to be sure. For Argos, it's going to be Makai Austin. We heard both coaches talk about all these players in the pregame. Makai Austin for Argos, along with Aiden Samuels and Angelo McMillan. Zane Helms and Matt Calhoun will be down along the baseline for the Dragons. For Culver, it's going to be Braylon Jackson, Caleb McCune, John Carr, Jonas McCune, and Drake Zorich on the floor to start it out. You'll see everybody on that Culver sideline get out on the floor at one point or another. Probably see most of the Argos guys out there too. And, well, I tell you what, both these teams are meeting business.
Rusty, both student sections mean business too. They got the newspaper out on the Argos side. And then now the Culver students turn away and the lights are going to go out. I'm glad you got the starting lineup.
That's why I'm glad I got it done, because they've got the lights off here. That's become a tradition in a lot of places. And they've got, back in my day, those were lighters that they would light. Now I got the cell phone lights on. Come on, man.
Well, Rusty, times
I want to hear
change.
Free Bird when I see that.
I would love to hear some Free Bird right now. I'll tell you, the best is when you go to a school and they have the kids playing the guitar during the intro. I've seen a couple schools do that.
Yeah.
Concord's always one that we go and see that at, and that takes it to the next level. A night like little live music on top of it, but I'll tell you, the band's loud and the students are loud. All the adults are fired up too.
Band's here tonight for Argos, so the Dragons here, the Cavalier is here. It is just going to be a night here at Argos Phil Waybright Gymnasium. It's going to be, let me see, Jonas? Actually, it's going to be Caleb McCune jumping center against Calhoun. And Culver will control it as Drake Zorich runs it down, hands it to Jonas. And Culver will have the first possession. Bringing it up to hand to Jackson. Braylon Jackson working left side. It's like a man-to-man for Argos. Nick Kindig likes man-to-man. You're going to see his teams play that. Dribbling out to the right side. Pass tries to go in. Braylon Jackson alone. Good look by Jonas McCune as he found Jackson alone on the baseline, lays it in, and it's 2-0 Culver. Now Argos against full court pressure. We'll see that most of the night from Culver. Makai Austin with a running jumper. Doesn't drop. He'll get his own rebound. Has it taken away from him by Zorich, and a turnover. He'll give it back to Culver. Up quickly. Caleb McCune hands it to Jonas. He'll dribble to the right side. Hands it off to Jackson. He'll work one-on-one. Now gives it to Carr. Carr kicks it to Jackson. Caleb with it, drives to the paint. He'll take a 10-footer, buries it.
Nice take, man. Get 2 feet into the paint, pull up. Real confident shot.
Full court pressure again, and Angelo McMillan trying to break it. Gets it to Helms. He'll dribble it across. Has Makai Austin on the right side. He'll dribble, kills it, now needs help. Gets it over into the corner to Samuels. Aiden Samuels tries baseline. Tries to go to Calhoun on the block, and Caleb McCune going to get too much trying to go through him.
Matt Calhoun, he's a tall drink of water in there, Rusty. I'll be interested to see if they try to get him the ball, a little out-of-bounds sets or off of any sort of set play.
He tore up Plymouth. There's a lob in, way too long. Braylon Jackson with the steal, tries to go coast to coast, and he will. And it's quickly 6-0 Culver. That's going to bring a timeout from Nick Kindig. We'll take a break as well. You're listening to the Bell Game, 6-0 our score. Culver with the lead. We'll be right back.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little portion. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Back at Phil Waybright Gymnasium, Rusty Nixon along with Peyton Skirvin. 6-0 score out of the timeout. Argos will have it back. McMillan gets it to Makai Austin. And he'll try to dribble against the full court pressure. Gets it down court to Samuels. Top of the key to McMillan. His pass on the baseline goes straight out of bounds. Helms holds up his head. He just stopped breaking through. You should have continued to stop that from going out of bounds. So a third turnover for Argos.
Culver's got him rattled early, Rusty. This defense from Culver is just, we know that makes their bread and butter, but
they are crazy on defense. And then McCune throws it out of bounds. Jonas looked over the bench and said, "I thought he was going to zig when he zagged." So Argos has it back after the turnover. McMillan guarded up. He'll get it up to Helms. He'll dribble it across in the middle of Samuels. He'll take the shot. And a two goes down. Zane Helms makes it 6-2. 5:34 in the first. Kyle Evans calling out a set. Caleb McCune going to drive it. Kicks it to Braylon Jackson for a look at three. No good. Rebound. Kept alive. Diving in the paint. Samuels on the baseline. Thought he was going to get it back in, but they're going to say it stays Culver basketball. A lot of hustle play down there from Samuels and also from Helms to try to keep that in Argos' hands. Now Jonas going to trigger it into Jackson. Carr tries to drive, gets to the paint, lays it up. It doesn't drop. Calhoun with his first rebound. Makai Austin brings it up for Argos. Gets a double team, gives it over to McMillan. Cross court to Helms, able to keep the ball in his hands. Now on the floor, and they're going to call him for travel. Culver is, they just seem like they're everywhere all the time.
Yeah, it seems like they have an extra 3 or 4 sets of hands that are just in your face and on the ball. And, man, it's just what they do, Russ. You can tell they just spend their time at practice working on those little things defensively.
Constantly trying to knock it away. They did that time. 6-2, 4:46. 4 turnovers already for Argos. Now a drive by Jonas. Helm's going to get the foul. He's tried to hold him up.
Argos definitely being physical in that man-to-man defense, Rusty. You can tell they're going to get in your grill and make these officials call something.
And both the McCune brothers, they've got a really lightning first step. You better get in front of them quick. 6-2 score, 4:42. They'll trigger it in front of the Argos cheering section. And Jonas will drive it right side, kicks it to the left side. Zorich with a hook shot, no good. Calhoun, 2 rebounds now. He'll bring it up to Makai Austin. Austin gets to the paint, gets to the rim, throws it up without even looking. He was looking at you and me, and he threw it over his head, almost got it to drop, but he'll shoot some free throws.
Heck of an athletic play there, Rusty. That's not easy to do. I can never hit the basket looking at it. He's doing it backwards.
Yeah. My eyes are bad enough, I'm not sure I ever saw the basket. 6-2. It's a long way from the bench to be able to see the basket. Shot goes in by Austin. Speaking of glasses, he's one of the last guys I see around actually wearing actual glasses.
Respect.
I agree.
until they get stepped on, but hopefully that never happens.
It's not the goggles. It's not the contacts. It's just regular glasses. In and out. Rebound by Helms. He doesn't hit it, but gets fouled.
Those hustle plays, Rusty, that's what wins games like this. Those extra possessions, the tip outs. Got to box out on the free throws, man.
That one's going to be on Jonas McCune. So Austin 1 of 2 at the line, and now Helm's going to get a couple of shots. Misses the first one. Boy, that is just going to be tough. Zorich will take a seat here as Colton Howard will come to the floor for the first time for Culver. Helms will get a second shot. That one rolls out. Rebound in the hands of Howard, but it falls out of bounds. Argos will keep it. Boy, I tell you, free throws just all year long, every game we've got. I beginning to think it's us.
It might be, Rusty.
Kai Austin triggers it in, intercepted by Jonas McCune. 5 turnovers now. Caleb tries to drive it, knocked out of bounds off his hands, and Culver will turn it over for the second time. 6-3, full court pressure. 4:15 to play. Culver with the lead, long pass. Across the court, knocked away. It was intended for Makai Austin. Argos will keep possession. 4:11 here in the first. Pass will come in deep to Helms. He'll bring it back up. Dribbles out of the double team at the timeline. Finds Calhoun at the block. Takes it to the hole. Puts it in. Matt Calhoun with a strong move to the bucket. 6-5 now. Culver with the lead. They have the ball. Braylon Jackson will bring it up. He'll give it up to Jonas. Back to Jackson. Sorts it out. Caleb on the left side. Drives the paint. Cut off. Has Carr. Carr will drive to the paint. Kicks it in the corner to Jonas. Now back out to Caleb and all the way around to Carr, top of the key. Carr going to hand it off to Caleb, to Jackson. And McCune will give a couple of screens to Jackson. He'll hand it off to Carr. Nowhere to go. He wants Howard to come out. Give him a screen. Carr drives it. Calhoun blocks it. First block for Matt Calhoun. Makai Austin into the paint. They're going to say he double dribbled.
I missed that. He must have 2 hands on it or what? His back was
I think
to
that's
us.
what they were calling, was he dribbled with 2 hands. Now Jordan Green will come out for Culver.
Argos definitely settled in, though, Rusty. They're starting to go blow for blow here.
6-5, 3 minutes to play in the first. Jonas McCune, right side. Looking in the paint, nothing there. Kicks it to Caleb, top of the key. Tries the drive, cut off, has Jackson. He'll drive it. His floater, no good. Down in the hands of Samuels. Tries to bring it up quickly, has his pass knocked away. And it will stay Argos basketball. 2:42 to play, 6-5 our score in the first. Bell game here at Phil Waybright Gymnasium. Out near the timeline, Austin gets it over to Helms. Looking cross court, takes it in the paint to McMillan. His pass taken right away in the hands of McCune. Caleb McCune, 7 turnovers for Argos. Jonas tries to drive. He'll kick it to Colton Howard. Has his shot blocked by Calhoun. And it looks like he's going to get called for a foul.
Yeah, I don't know if I didn't hear the whistle or what, Rusty.
I didn't hear the whistle. And they're going to call it on Calhoun. Now they're going to come over to the sideline here. Nick Kindig kind of wanting an explanation. It looked like he got ball. Instead, Colton Howard going to shoot free throws, and he'll hit the first one. Howard makes it 7-5, 2:18 to play. He'll get a second one. That one is up, and it rolls in. Colton Howard perfect at the line. Makes it 8-5 Culver. 2:16 in the first. Helms trying to get it across, has Makai Austin just over the timeline. He'll dribble it, gets it to the block. Calhoun, you can see that one. It was one of those where the guy's jersey came untucked and somebody had to be grabbing it somewhere.
Yeah, you got to get your hands up.
So Colton Howard will get the foul. And they'll trigger it in under the basket. Austin has Helms with a great catch.
Oh,
they're going to say he traveled with it.
He got undercut in the process, Rusty.
He got undercut going up for the ball, and then they said he traveled with it after he caught it. 8 turnovers now for Argos. 8-5. Culver lead. Minute 58. Jonas to the baseline. Cut off by Helms. Has a pass deflected. He'll recover it. Goes baseline again. Deflected again. This time Helms comes out of there with a steal. Trying to go coast to coast as his shot blocked. Out of bounds. It's going to belong to Culver.
Wow. Got way up on that block there. That was insane.
Caleb McCune just got airborne. Blocked the shot. Stays 8-5. Minute 40. Clock running. Braylon Jackson will bring it over for Culver. Working against Samuels. Gets a screen from Howard. Now pick and roll through Howard's legs to Helms. He has it taken away by Jackson, but Jackson just bowled him over to get it.
That's going to send Argos to the free throw line too, Rusty. Culver's got to be smart. They're not deep enough to be getting in this early of foul trouble.
8-5. Minute 27 to play here in the first. Culver lead, but Zane Helms with a chance to cut into it here. I don't know if you noticed some of the students over there in the Argos cheering section wearing the big white wire rim glasses like Makai Austin. He probably ought to get some kind of a merch.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Merch deal for that. Helms hits the bucket. Get a second free throw here, and that one rolls out. Colton Howard with the rebound. Pushing it up is Carr. Gives it over to Braylon Jackson. He'll drive it. Kicks in the corner. Carr takes it to the baseline. Now back to Jackson. Right wing. He'll put it to Howard on the block. Spin move. Puts it in. Colton Howard over the top of Matt Calhoun. Makes it 10-6 Culver. Minute to play in the first period. Bringing it up now is Samuels. He'll get it to Helms. On the floor now, Ethan Samuels during the break. So Ethan and Aiden on the floor at the same time here. Helms into the paint, gets fouled from behind as John Carr tries to reach in.
Well, Argos got to knock down some free throws, Rusty. If they're going to go there, they got to bury them. The clip they're shooting at right now is not going to be sustainable if you want to win this game.
Well, they have Helms there is 1 of 4. And make it 2 of 5. Already here in the first. 5 free throws by Helms. He'll get a second one. It's 10-7, 43 seconds to play here in the first. I'm going to need a towel. Second shot. Good. Helms, 3 of 6. 10-8 now, 43 seconds to play in the first. Bell game here at Argos. Culver with the lead. They had the ball. Caleb works into the paint, has it taken out of his hand by Helms. Jackson takes it from Helms and lays it in. Braylon Jackson, 6 points now. 12-8, 23 seconds to play in the first. Helms up into the corner, into the hands of Ethan Samuels. Now stolen away by Carr on the pass. He'll lay it up, lay it in. Carr with a steal in the bucket. Couple of quick buckets here in the last 50 seconds by Culver. Makai Austin works it across. 2 seconds. He'll shoot one from 15 off the rim, no good. And that's 1 quarter of play. I need a shower. 14 for Argos, 8 for Culver. That's a heck of a pace. We'll be right back with the second quarter. You're listening to Bell Game here on Max 98.3.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 3999.
And we're back. Bill Waybright Gymnasium at Argos High School is 14-8. Our score as we head to the second quarter. That rumble you hear is the Argos pep band. Well, they came ready to play here. Both student sections completely full. And there might be a seat or two left in the second adult Argos section across the way, but not much. Culver brought a lot of folks. It's just full in here. Makai Austin dribbling. He'll take a 15-footer to start the second. Rolls all the way around and out. Coming out of there with it is Jonas McCune, his first rebound. 14-8 now. Culver with the ball. They lead it. 7:38 to play. Just underway in the second. Jonas looking for somewhere to go. Has Carr. Thought about the three. Kicks it back to Jonas. Now to Jackson. He'll dribble at top of the key, backs it out. Carr on the left side. Back to Jackson. Back to Carr. He'll take the three. Off the back of the rim. Jackson keeps it alive with a rebound. Kicks it in the corner. Now top of the key. Carr makes a quick move and travels with it.
Yeah, you see that so many times at the high school level, Rusty. A guy wants to make a move and he jabs and then jabs again before putting the dribble down.
So 7:10 to play here in the second. And it is a 14-8 Culver lead. Argos with the ball. Helms has Makai Austin. 15-foot jumper. Banks it off. No good. Rebound. Comes down to Samuels. He'll drive it. Give it to Helms. Helms to Calhoun inside. Couldn't handle it. Makai Austin picks it up. 10-foot floater. Buries it. Makai Austin finally puts a bucket in and makes it 14-10. They've held him to 3 points so far. Dribbling across, Jonas McCune. Left side, Jackson. Back to McCune. Looking in the paint, nothing there. Back to Jackson. He'll drive it, thought about the three. Kicks it. McCune, head fake. Back to Jackson on the left wing. He'll dribble back out to Jonas. To Jackson. Back to Jonas. Works into the paint. Colton Howard with a move. Puts it up. Doesn't get it to drop. Zorich with the rebound. Blocked by Calhoun again. Jackson with the rebound. No good. Jackson with the rebound again. And Helms finally comes away with it. Well, Calhoun is a force in the middle. Helms for three from way downtown. No good. Rebound fought for on the other side. Calhoun and Jonas McCune, and a foul. And that's going to be number 2 on Calhoun.
Yeah, that could be big. It looks like they're going to leave him in the game. It's hard to take him out with how much of a force he is inside.
He is a presence in there. He's got 3 block shots already. And if anybody saw the Plymouth game, he was he was eating them alive. 5:40 to play. Jonas over to Jackson. Jackson directing traffic. Wants Carr to come over and get it so he can go down on the baseline. Carr has Jonas. Jonas will get a screen from Colton Howard. Now to Carr. Dribbles back to the right side, hands it to Jackson. Left side, Jonas. Now Howard, back to Jonas. He'll take the 3. Off the rim. Colton Howard all alone. Nobody blocked him out. Howard with the rebound. He's already got 6 points, 16-10. All the way to the other end. Helms lays it in. Nobody stopped him.
That's a heck of a take. Pretty athletic looking, too.
Zane Helms now. 7 points, 16-12. Jonas, right side. Carr. He'll bring it back to the middle and throw it over on the left side to Jonas. Back to Carr. Back to Jonas. Thought about the 3, pulls it back. Now gives it to Howard in the middle. Almost had it taken away from him. We're going to get a whistle, and I'm not sure what that foul was. Looks like they're going to call it on.
A little ticky-tack for my liking.
I don't know about that. I didn't see that. Ethan Samuels. Of course, I was looking at the ball, so.
You can only see so much, Rusty. We're asking a lot out of you.
I know. I've got a 64-year-old man's peripheral vision, too. Lob underneath to Caleb McCune from Jonas, and he won't hit the shot, but got fouled.
I just love watching the chess match that is the out-of-bounds unders, Rusty. Just, I think it's underutilized by a lot of teams. It's such a great opportunity to score. You can't have the ball any closer to the basket than where you're taking it out from.
At the free throw line, Caleb McCune for the first time tonight. Buries that one. He'll get a second one. 17-12, 4:36 to play. Caleb McCune takes a look at it, throws it up there, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay Culver ball as it was off Matt Calhoun's hands.
Extra possessions, Rusty. They're killer in a game like this.
17-12, pass comes in, Carr will bring it out top, gets it to Jackson on the left wing. Jonas going to drive baseline on the left side, cut off, cross court to Carr. He's going to take it to the block, has it knocked out of his hands, recovers it. And we're going to get a timeout by Culver with 4:20 to play here in the second. We'll take a break as well. You're listening to the Bell Game. Max 98.3. Culver leads it 17-12.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
California. And we're back at Phil Waybright Gymnasium. Culver will have it in out of the timeout. Braylon Jackson working out near the top of the key. Has it to Jonas. Back underneath. All alone. Caleb McCune standing by himself under the basket. And a bucket goes down, makes it 19-12. Helms with a pass. Right side. Drives it. Head fake. He'll shoot it. He'll bury it. Boy, Zane Helms is just a scorer. 9 points for him now, 19-14, 3:49 to play. Dribbling across is Jonas. He'll have top of the key to Carr. Screen by Caleb McCune, knocked out of Jackson's hands out of bounds, or Carr's hands out of bounds. It'll stay. Culver basketball. 3:40 to play, 19-14 the score. Toss comes into Jackson. He'll get it to Carr. Carr dribbling all the way out by the volleyball line. Now Jackson on the left wing. Nowhere to go with it. Drives it, hands it off to Carr. Top of the key, Jonas, all the way out at the timeline, I should say. Now back in the corner, Caleb back to Jonas. Free throw line, Jackson quickly to Carr on the left wing. Now back to Jonas. Jonas McCune directing traffic, has Braylon Jackson on the right wing. He'll drive it, shoots a floater, bounces around, no good. Matt Calhoun with his third rebound. 19-14, Argos with the ball, they trail it, 2:55. Dribbling into the paint, all the way to the bucket is Helms. He gets hit in the face, he is down. Rebound comes down to Jonas McCune. He'll go to the other end, shoot a 10-footer, and he'll bury it. And now they're going to have a timeout as Helms, I think, took an elbow right to the nose, and he was on the floor for a while.
Hope he's all right. Yeah, it definitely looked like he got popped extremely hard. Just tried attacking the basket and was met with a brick wall. Looks like he's okay.
He's going to stay out there. He says he's okay. Now he'll get the pass over in front of the bench. Dribbles it over. Looking for somewhere to go. Tried to force it on the block to Calhoun. And Caleb McCune comes away with his second steal. 11 turnovers now. Pass goes into Colton Howard. Stolen away by McMillan. Argus has it back. Makai Austin brings it over. 21-14 the score. Austin to Helms. He'll take the three. Off the front of the rim. Rebound. Chased down by Caleb McCune. It's his first. He'll get it to Jonas. They'll bring it over the floor. Up the floor. Into the paint. Jonas. Floater. No good. Gets his own rebound. He'll kick it to Jackson. Howard. Now Caleb. He'll kick it over to Green on the floor here. His runner in the paint. No good. He gets his own rebound. Now to Jonas. Corner to Caleb. He'll take the three. Off the rim. And a whistle and a foul. And I think this is going to be on Jordan Green trying to go through Helms to get that rebound.
They have crashed the board so hard, Rusty. You know, Argos has gone to his zone here, and now they've given up a lot of extra possessions.
21-14, minute 41 to play here in the first half. Culver with the lead, Argos with the basketball. Makai Austin trying to stay out of that trap at the half court. Beats it with the dribble. Now he's double teamed, has Helms. Helms looking to try to get it to Calhoun. He's getting pushed around a little bit there by Jonas McCune. Now to Ethan Samuels. A shot by Helms, or by Makai Austin, is blocked by Caleb McCune. It'll be out of bounds. It'll belong to Argos. 21-14, minute 17. Makai Austin needs to find somewhere. He finds McMillan deep. Gets it to Helms on the right wing. He'll dribble it out to the timeline. Minute 8 to play. Underneath, Calhoun kicks it to Samuels. Now Helms for three. No good. Austin with the rebound. He'll drive it. Puts up a floater. No good. Gets his own rebound. No good. Ball on the floor. Bodies everywhere. And somehow Ethan Samuels comes out of there with it. Drive by Austin. Helms will take another three. Rolls it in.
On the hurt ankle, too. He's definitely still hurting, Rusty, from that. He had another collision.
Zane Helms makes it 21-17, 33 seconds left. Jonas McCune has it to Jackson. Now back to McCune. Caleb McCune back out to Jackson. Jonas looking to Green on the left wing. Has it into Jonas. Back out to Jackson. Back to Jonas. He'll drive it. Kicks it. Shot by Green. Banks it off the rim. No good. Rebound by Braylon Jackson. His shot no good. Helms comes away with his first rebound. Stolen away at the buzzer. Jonas McCune had it bounce off the rim and go every direction except in. Nick Kindig is furious. Wanted a foul at the timeline and can't understand why it didn't happen. Oh, the Dragon is throwing T-shirts up here. Well, we'll have to wait and see if we can get one. We're going to take a break. Our halftime score, 21-17, and we'll be right back.
Plumbing, heating, cooling equipment has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana. Serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer. In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little portion. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927.
In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
Back at Phil Waybright Gymnasium, Rusty Dixon with Peyton Skirvin. Got the color guard going through their routine here at halftime.
Yeah, it's some bones involved.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Kind of like it.
A little dark. I like it.
I'm okay with that.
No, I'm like, this is a different perspective. I'm liking it.
It is. And the Dragon's got his. Oh, now my illusion is ruined. He's got his head off.
I thought he was like from a TV show or something. But no, it's just another guy. Gosh.
It's hot in here. I don't blame him for taking that head off. We've got both the mascots here. We've got probably both the student sections are completely full. A 21-17 score as Culver has the lead at halftime. Let's take a quick look at the scoring for Argos. Makai Austin with 3 points, also had 3 rebounds. Zane Helms had 12 points for Argos. Matt Calhoun, couple of points with 3 rebounds, 3 blocked shots. He also has 2 fouls, which maybe is something to watch here as we head into the second half. For Culver, spread it around pretty evenly. It was Braylon Jackson with 6. Caleb McCune had 5. Jackson also had 4 rebounds, all of those in the second quarter. 6 points for Colton Howard off the bench. John Carr had a bucket for 2. Jonas McCune had a bucket for 2. And that's your scoring. Really the difference in this right now, 11 Argos turnovers in the first half, just 4 for Culver, and that's really the difference in this game.
Yeah, Rusty, I will say I think Argos had at least 10 in the first quarter, so they kind of
they did.
They figured it out in the second quarter, and it allowed them to get back in this game. You know, a 4-point lead, Rusty, with how low scoring this has been, how few possessions there's been, and how valuable those possessions are. You can't let it get any bigger if you're Argos, man, because you know the way Culver plays defense, you could be in trouble in a hurry. So you've really got to come out and set the tone these first couple minutes here in the second half.
The other part of that, too, is it's been a very physical game, and Argos hasn't backed off of it, but you know, Culver used to playing that night in, night out. Might have a slight advantage there, but you know, Helms took that elbow right in the nose and then comes back and hits a 3 on the other half of that. So you got a couple of teams that they know what to expect when they come into this game. It's going to be a fist fight.
Yeah, and you know, would you want anything else, Rusty? I mean, that's the kind of game we sign up for when we're here. So, you know, who's going to make the biggest punch here in the second half is the question. You know, like you said, it's a fist fight, but somebody's going to back down at some point. Somebody's going to take that lead and run with it. So I'm excited to see who that team's going to be here.
It'll be interesting to see what adjustments that Argos makes at halftime. I mean, really, the turnovers is one thing that's got to concern you, but they seem to have righted that ship in the second quarter. Now you just got to get some shots to fall.
Yeah, that and rebound on the defensive end. I think a few too many offensive rebounds for Culver has allowed them to get some extra points on the board. Take that away, and I think you're in a better spot if you're Argos.
Take a break. When we come back, we'll get our second half tip-off. It is halftime at the Bell game. 21-17 our score. Culver with the lead. We'll be right back.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutethc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. They welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. The professionals, along with caring staff at Johnson Danielson, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829. Visit their website at johnsondanielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Service beyond expectation.
Back at Phil Waybright Gymnasium, Rusty Nixon along with Peyton Skirvin as we get ready to start quarter number 3. 21-17 lead for Culver here in the Bell game. You heard in the pregame, if Culver can hang on to take a win here, this will be the first time in 10 years that they've had the Bell at Culver.
Gosh.
And earlier in the year, the girls, first time in 10 years, they took it back to Culver.
That'd be a great feeling, wouldn't it?
If you're part of that team, it would. And also on the other end of it, what's it going to feel like if you're the one that gives it away? So
yeah, you won't be sleeping tonight. That's
no,
for sure.
this is a big one for both these schools. This place is jam-packed. And like I said before, anybody who's here who's under the age of, I'm going to say, about 30, this is the way it used to be every Friday night in every gym around in the entire state of Indiana. Everybody here, it means something to everybody.
I love it.
It's just
it's
a
so
great
old school.
atmosphere.
It's an old school feeling. It's the way the high school sports are meant to be played, right? It's just your community supporting you, a little bit of hatred looking at the other side, and everybody filing back in. Looks like the concession stand line was too long. Students are coming back, and they're telling boys, we got to get off the court here.
They got the Dragon doing crowd control over there in the corner.
He's doing it all.
He's a multi-tool player
He
out there.
breathes fire. You can't teach that. That's an intangible.
Braylon Jackson will have it as Culver gets it to start the third quarter. Goes over to Jonas. He'll try to kick it into the paint. No good. And Kai Austin comes out with a long pass. Can't hit it on the layup as he goes coast to coast. Wanted a foul, and he's not going to get it. Nick Kindig pleading his case on the sideline, but they came out of there with a steal to start it and looked good as Austin was headed for the bucket and thinks he got knocked off his line there. Pass comes in. Helms, he'll just bury a three. How's that on the inbound play?
That's a nice out-of-bounds underset, Rusty. Gets you an open three. Back within one, just like that.
21-20 Culver. They've got it. Jonas with a basketball. Gets it to Caleb. He'll turn and shoot from 15. Won't drop. McMillan on the floor. Starters for both teams back out there. Helms behind the back dribble, almost lost it, now does. Caleb McCune steps in. Third steal, he'll get it up to Jonas, and that'll be points for Culver. First turnover of the second half for Argos. Now make that almost 2 as Jonas McCune goes into the Culver bench trying to make a steal there. 23-20 Culver lead. Makai Austin will bring it in. I got to believe Nick Kindig spent some time with his guys saying, we've got to get the ball in Makai's hands.
Without a doubt, he's a dynamic scorer, Rusty.
And he's had barely any touches. Gets it knocked away now as he's triple teamed. Now he's going to get a foul from Carr. John Carr bodies him up all the way down the floor. He'll get his second foul, but they've made a concerted effort to keep the ball out of his hands, and they've done a good job of that. Helms has been the one who's been able to score the ball. Austin now, dribbling top of the key. Kills the dribble, needs some help. He'll get it over here on the right wing from Aiden Samuels. He'll drive it, kick it to Austin. He'll take the 3. Bang.
That was contested too, Rusty. They're coming out hot.
Makai Austin ties it, 23-23, 6:26. Jonas McCune, right side, Colton Howard, back to McCune. Back to Howard on the left. McCune, top of the key. Jonas dribbles. Cut off, now he'll go right side to Carr. Back out top of the key, Howard. Left side, Jonas. He'll drive it, baseline, puts up a shot from the block. No good. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. Calhoun got the rebound. On the run, Helms can't get it. Calhoun on the trail gets the rebound bucket.
Wow, what a start here for Argos, Rusty. You got to think a timeout might be coming from Culver. The bell's ringing over there. The Dragon, is he allowed to do that?
I don't know. He did. 25-23, 5:41. Caleb McCune kicks it out to brother Jonas at the free throw line. Looks like we're going to get a foul here, and that's going to be on Makai Austin. That's his second. So Culver has their first lead here with 5:35 to play in the third quarter. Drake Zorich will take a seat now for Culver as Braylon Jackson comes back to the floor. And Jonas McCune has it on the right wing, drives it on the block. Howard gets position, misses a point-blank shot. Calhoun, sixth rebound. Argos with a chance to add to a 2-point lead. Makai Austin dribbling left side, gets past Jackson, has it knocked out of his hands, needs help, kicks it. Helms with a wide open look, bang! Zane Helms, second 3 out of that halftime break, makes it 28-23. Argos with the lead, Culver with the ball. Jonas works to the left side, throws it over to Jackson on the block to Howard, backing his way in. His shot over the top of Calhoun, no good. McMillan with his second rebound. Helms now works it over, kicks it in the corner. Makai Austin. Cross-court pass intercepted by Jonas McCune. Trying to go one-on-one with McMillan. He gets a shot blocked, but McMillan got enough body to get the foul, and McCune will shoot some free throws.
This place is buzzing right now, Rusty. Argos has come out on fire, and it's this Culver team is kind of backing down a little bit, Rusty. Exactly what Coach was talking about in the pregame, man. It's that mental side of the game they got to grow at.
And McCune looked really offline on that one. I don't know, it didn't look right from the time it left his hand. He stepped over the line, misses the first free throw. He'll get the second one. That one, nothing but net. So 1 of 2 from the line makes it 28-24 Argos.
Culver's got to respond defensively here.
They do. Jackson with a steal. Trying to take it himself, doesn't get it. McMillan able to defend him and get a third rebound. Helms up quickly, into the block, into the paint. He gets fouled. Helms just trying to take it all the way coast to coast. Nobody stopped him. And a foul on John Carr, his third. Austin will trigger it in. Has it to Samuels, and he gets fouled. And I think that's on Carr, and that's number 4 on him. That's going to get Green up off the bench. So Jordan Green will come out. Carr's probably going to have to sit the rest of this quarter. 4:18 to play. He's a
don't
key
underestimate
loss.
Kyle Evans. He's a risk taker.
McMillan has Austin. Now Austin kills the dribble, gets it to McMillan at the free throw line. Back to Austin. Wide open look at three. No good. Helms at the rebound. Kicks it over. Calhoun can't get the point-blank shot to drop. Gets his own rebound and gets fouled.
Pure heart, pure effort. Kid's got it, man. He just wouldn't quit. Finally got fouled.
He's now got 7 rebounds, 3 blocked shots on the night.
Decent little night so far.
28-24. Matt Calhoun at the free throw line. His shot is up, and it's good. He'll get a second one. 29-24 Argos. That shot is up. That one is good. Calhoun, 2 of 2 at the line, makes it 30-24. 3:56 to play. Bringing it across, Jonas McCune, guarded up by Samuels. Now double team to Caleb. He'll get it back to Jonas on the block. Howard can't hit another point-blank shot. Contended by Calhoun. I think he's making him adjust the angle of his shot, and 8 rebounds now for Calhoun. Looking in the middle, nothing there. Has McMillan. Now it has Samuels, 15-footer, banks it in. Aiden Samuels with the bucket, makes it 32-24. 3:13 to play in the third, and Argos is owning this third quarter. Right side, Jonas has Caleb. Looking for Howard. Nothing there, gives it up to Jonas. He'll go cross court, has Green. Green works back to the middle. Colton Howard going for the bucket. Puts it up, rolls it around, and it goes everywhere except down. Calhoun with his 9th rebound, 32-24. Pass knocked out of the hands of McMillan. Howard on the break. Cross court, Jonas McCune almost gets it to drop, but gets fouled on the way to the bucket.
How many point blank have we seen Culver miss here in this second half, Rusty? It's really been the difference. Argos making their easy ones. Culver's not.
And how much of that point blank is caused by the fact that you remember Matt Calhoun having 3 blocks in that first half. That shot is good by Jonas McCune. He'll get another one.
You're completely right, though, Rusty. His presence in there is really rattled Culver when they've gotten the ball inside the paint in the second half.
Drake Zorich comes back, and I just keep going back to the Plymouth game. Calhoun, I think, blocked 3 shots by one of the Ellery brothers, so he is a defensive force in there. And a ball knocked out of bounds on the free throw miss. We're going to get a discussion on this. I think it's going to stay Culver basketball. The official under the basket had called it Argos ball, but I do think Calhoun probably knocked that one out, and Jonas McCune going to bring it in. Has Green. He'll take the 3, in and out. Rebound is Long, knocked out of bounds. This one will go to Argos.
Not sure if that's the shot they want, Culver, but.
And I love it. You got about 3 or 4 or 5 to 6-year-old Argos kids coming in at the break, and they all try to get their hand on the ball. Jonas McCune gets his hand on the inbound, and Braylon Jackson puts it in the bucket. Now we're going to get a whistle. Nick Kindig wants to have a timeout. We'll take a break as well. And boy, it's been all Argos since we came out here to start the third. 2:19 to play. 32-27, they lead it, and we will be right back.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana. Serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
And we're rocking Phil Wainwright Gymnasium tonight. Argos and Culver in the bell game, 32-27. Argos with the lead. I think Kindig Cook a quick timeout there, wanted to chalk something over, and we're back. Argos will have it out. They'll have to go the length of the floor. Full court pressure here by Culver. Samuels wants to get it in, throws it deep. Helms able to keep it alive. Ball bobbled around, and Jordan Green will get a steal. So Culver will take it back. Jonas has Caleb. Free throw line, kicks it to Jackson, over to Green. Three-point attempt, no good. Helms comes out of there with the rebound, and somebody had to have committed a foul in there. Unfortunately, I think Jonas McCune got the worst of it, as Helms was trying to rip the ball through, and I think McCune got his forehead right in his jaw, or the back of his head, right in his jaw there. 32-27, we'll come to the other side. We'll be shooting free throws, and that one is going to be on Drake Zorich. Number 2 on him.
Fouls mounting up for Culver here.
Both McCune and Zorich were trying to get their hands in there and knock the ball free from Helms, but he ripped it out of there and fell backwards, and there he misses the first free throw. Helms has struggled a bit from there. He's 3 of 7. He'll get another one here. That one is nothing but net. 4 of 9 makes it 33-27. Argos, minute 54. Jonas will hand it to Jackson, who will wait on the other side of the timeline. Now comes over. Gives it over to Jonas on the right side, way out by where the stall line used to be. Now goes over to Green. He'll hand it back to Jonas. Left side, Caleb. He'll take the shot. Off the rim. Jackson with the rebound. His shot, no good. Rebound contested. Chased down in the corner. Samuels was the first one there, but it's going to go to Argos as it was knocked out by Jackson. I think we're going to get a foul on. Well, it can't be on number 2. It had to be number 3. Okay, yep, number 3, Braylon Jackson. And that's number 2 on him, and we're going to shoot some more free throws.
I don't know, what's something going on in the crowd. I don't know. A lot of chirping tonight. Oh, yeah. Well, it looked like maybe somebody made a comment to an Argos player. Didn't take too kindly.
Hayden Samuels misses the first free throw. Has 2 points tonight. He'll get another shot.
Talked about it before, Rusty, but the amount of tattoos that we see in high school basketball nowadays, I think it's just higher than it's ever been. Got 2 of them out there at least on Argos, maybe 3. Just something I noticed.
Second shot rattles in and out. Caleb McCune comes away. All that says is somebody's got a lot of disposable income in my mind. Handoff goes to Green. I know what those cost. I've paid for a couple. So it goes to the right side. Not mine, by the way. Jonas has Green. Free throw line. Caleb turns, kicks it to Jonas. Drives baseline. Cut off, kicks it in the corner. Jackson. Wide open look at 3. No good. Zorich comes away with his first rebound. Jonas McCune drives it, gets fouled. Not sure who they're going to call this on. Could be a number of guys. Oh, that's going to be on Calhoun. That's number 3.
Could be pretty significant. Got to keep attacking him if you're Culver. Try to get him out of this game because he is really taking away all of your offense.
He blocked the shot, but left his feet to do it. If he'd stayed straight up, he would have got, well, they say, stay straight up, you'll get away with it. But he did try to leave the floor. Now McCune misses the free throw. 2 of 5 from the line tonight for Jonas. He'll get a second one. 33-27, under a minute. 58 seconds to play in the third. Second shot. That one nothing but net. Full court pressure again here by Culver. Makai Austin has it. Trying to stay out of the double team. Dribbling it. Gets it to Aiden Samuels brings it across. Austin now on the right side. Spinning, trying to find a little space. Now kills the dribble. Gets help from Samuels. The other Samuels, Ethan on the floor now. Helms looking in the middle, has Calhoun. Now Aiden, he'll take the three. Partially blocked. Ball on the ground and comes out of the hands of Caleb McCune. 25 seconds left, and Jonas will dribble it up. 18 seconds now, he'll hand it to Jackson. Directing traffic, they'll go to the right side. Coming out to get it is Green, now Jonas. 7 seconds. Lob underneath, no good. Into the hands of Mekhi Austin. He gets fouled from behind, and he'll shoot some free throws with 4 seconds even.
That's just a silly foul, Rusty. Way too far away from the basket, giving them a chance to put points on the board with 4 seconds left.
It's going to be on Drake Zorich, number 3 on him. And 33-28 to score, 4 seconds to play with Mekhi Austin at the free throw line. Argos with the lead. They have owned this third quarter. Shot is good by Austin. Did you see that? He hits that nothing but net, and he looks at both his guys on the lane that didn't come out and said, come on, don't I get some love?
I was busy watching the Dragon.
Second shot off the rim, and the rebound comes down to Caleb McCune, fourth board. Long throw at the end of the quarter. The buzzer goes off. The shot is no good. And then we have had everything we thought it was going to be. 34 for Argos, 28 for Culver. We'll be back with the last 8. You're listening to Max coverage of the Bell game.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student-athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today. McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Back at Phil Waybright Gymnasium, we start the fourth quarter of the Bell game. 34-28, Argos with the lead. They'll get the ball out of bounds, and McMillan has it in his hands, gets it to Aiden Samuels. Now Mekhi Austin, cross court. Helms with a look at a 3, and it just missed.
Going to shoot 3 of them here, Russ. What a start for Argos in the second half, and then to start the fourth quarter like this. Woo, baby, they are ready to win this thing.
Foul. Could not possibly be on 35. There is no 35 on the floor for Culver, so the free throw goes down.
Yeah, that's what they're asking right now.
By Helms. He's 5 of 9 tonight. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who. They're going to call it on 4. So that'd be Caleb McCune. That'd be his second foul. But, yeah, they put on the board 35, and there's no 35 on Culver's roster. Doesn't mean they're in one sitting down there, but they're not on the floor either. Second shot is good. 6 of 10 now at the free throw line for Helms. He's got 21 points. Make it 22. 37-28, 7:43 to play. Argos with the lead, Culver trying to cut into it. Out on the left wing, Jonas has Caleb, and Kyle Evans wants to talk to his team. Evidently, they didn't get the message the last time they had a break. He's having a talk with Braylon Jackson. And so now with 7:31, quick timeout. We'll keep it here for this sort of 30-second timeout. I got to tell you.
This is the danger zone, Rusty.
This is where you really have to start cutting into this lead. They've gotten it extended to 9. If it gets to double digits, that becomes the real danger zone.
Yeah, and man, Argos, the level of execution in the second half, Rusty, has been astounding. Now, Culver's missed a couple shots, but Argos is just playing really well. They really are.
You're exactly right. With 7:31, Culver will have it out of their timeout. They'll throw it in. Jonas McCune will dribble it up. Argos looks like they're in a zone. Now a foul by Helms. Once again, the level of contact, that was a little bit of a cheapie, but Zane Helms will pick it up. It's number 2, and Culver will have it under the basket. Jonas McCune, now we got a whistle. I'm not sure what this is about, as the two officials out at the top want to talk about something. Now they're going to go over to the scorer's table. I'm not sure what they're talking about.
Well, maybe dinner plans after this. Got to make sure that their Papa John's orders in.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, it's the team fouls. We had to make sure the team fouls were reset.
All right, well, they did reset. And now it's going to come in to Jackson. Culver will have it. Clock running at 7:19. Shot in the paint. They needed that one. Caleb McCune with a jumper from 10 makes it 37-30. Now full court pressure. Austin beats it with the dribble. Working into the middle. Gets to the paint. Has Calhoun. His pass deflected into the hands of Jackson. Takes it to Jonas McCune on the other end, and Helms will pick up foul number 3.
That was a silly one, Rusty. You could see he was right. He was going to go up and try to pin that one off the glass, but you can't just use that much body.
So now Jonas McCune will go back, and chance to cut into this Argos lead with the clock not running. First one is up. That one is good. McCune 4 of 7 from the free throw line. He'll get another one. 37-31. Second shot is up. That one no good. Rebound fought for underneath. Number 10 for Calhoun up to the right side. And they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. I don't know. Aiden Samuels just lost where he was. I will say this, that's only the 3rd turnover by Argos in this half. The official wanted to say something to Samuels. I'm not sure what he could have told him. Maybe don't step out of bounds.
I think he said, throw the ball to me next time instead of setting it on the ground. Yeah.
All right. 37-31, 6:43. Jonas McCune to Caleb. Caleb drives it. 15-footer, misses everything. Colton Howard has his shot blocked. Let's see who this is on. Either way, it's bad news. And it's going to be on Calhoun, number 4.
Oh, boy. Now Argos are the ones in foul trouble, Rusty. And all of a sudden, things start to get a little tense on that Argos bench and in those fan sections. You had a 9-point lead, and it's starting to dwindle.
Howard hits the free throw. Yeah, we've seen Culver come from behind before. They did in the Bi-County tournament more than once. Came from 16 behind to win over Oregon Davis. 37-32, second shot. That one good as well. Colton Howard, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Argos has it. Samuels, I think, got away with a travel there. Up quickly, Makai Austin dribbles it into the paint. Spin move, loses the handle, and we're going to get a foul. And Caleb McCune doesn't like it, but that's who's going to get it.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it either, Rusty, but it's a bit of a bailout going in that, spinning like that. But if you just stay straight up, they're probably not going to call it. But swiping at it.
3rd foul now on Caleb. And it sends Austin to the free throw line. His shot is up. It is good. Touched every part of the rim before deciding to drop down. Coming to the floor for the first time tonight, Aiden Vanderweel will give Calhoun a break. So Austin, second shot. That one good as well. Makai Austin, 4 of 5 at the free throw line, 39-33. Jonas hands it to Colton Howard. Left side, Jackson hands it off to Green. He'll get it to Jonas. He'll get it free throw line, Jackson. Caleb on the wing. Back to Jonas, top of the key. Drives it in the paint on the block. Howard gets it to drop and a foul. And I think it's going to be on Vanderweel.
Howard finally getting one of those to fall inside, Rusty. He struggled a lot in the second half to finish the ones through contact. He finally gets one to go. Could have been at a bigger time. There's still 6 minutes left in this game, but every possession feels uber important.
Howard with 10 points. That'll bring Calhoun back off the bench. That foul is going to be on Angelo McMillan. And Howard trying to make a three-point play. He doesn't. And Helms can't save the rebound. It's going to stay Culver basketball.
Man, this is a physical game.
Helms just couldn't get the handle on it. Dropped out of bounds. 39-35. Pass comes into Howard, and Calhoun unable to do anything but stand there and let him have the bucket. 12 points for Howard now. Helms.
Good timeout, yeah.
And he'll get it up to Samuels. Nick Kindig going to take a timeout. 39-37. Culver back within 2. We'll take a break.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
I almost had it, man. I almost had it.
We're back at the Wainwright Gymnasium. Hayden Skirvin begging for swag from the Dragon. 39-37.
I just want a picture with the Dragon, maybe an autograph.
Argos leads it. And they'll have it in out of their own timeout. Clock running at 5:48. Pass goes to McMillan. In the corner to Samuels. Cross court goes to Austin. He'll dribble it back to the middle. Has Helms. Takes a step, takes a three, buries it.
Ooh, that's cold-blooded, Rusty, to end the run.
Zane Helms, 4 threes tonight, 42-37. All of them in the second half. Left side, Jonas. Gets it into Caleb. He'll turn. Oh, good idea, but better defense as Helms was standing there. Caleb wanted to get it to Colton Howard on the block, but Howard had it go through his hands, and now Draylen Jackson steals it right back and can't hit the shot. Rebound chased down in the corner. Makai Austin will dribble out of there. Wild exchange. To the other end, Austin throws one up, no good. Helms with the rebound, spins in the paint, has it blocked by Howard, chases down his own rebound and gets fouled.
Oh, the mass chaos, Rusty. This is classic.
That one is going to be on Colton Howard. It is his second.
The amount of collisions. I know Argos doesn't have a football team, but it's sure looking like it.
Argos gets the inbound. 4:52. They lead it 42-37. McMillan underneath. Nice Calhoun with a bucket.
It's a beautiful set, little high-low.
Calhoun with 8 points now. Jonas has Green. He'll dribble it to the middle, give it back to Jonas. Jackson on the right wing. Top of the key, Jonas to the paint. Drives it up, throws it up. No good. 11 rebounds now for Calhoun, and you can see the McCune brothers and Jackson are trying to go at, as Makai Austin drives it, they're trying to go after Calhoun and pick up that extra foul and get him out of there.
He's doing a really good job of defending without fouling.
Standing straight up and down with his arms up and down. They tell you if you do that, we won't call the foul, and he hasn't the last couple of times. Long inbound to McMillan. Pass goes to Calhoun in the corner. Wide open three. Samuels buries it.
Wow, a 7-0 run to answer here.
47-37, 4 minutes to play. Jonas, right side, has Jackson. He'll bring it back out, cross court to Jonas on the left side. Corner, Green for three. Boom.
Needed that desperately. Going to bring a timeout from the Culver bench. Russ, they got 4 minutes to try to make a run here.
47-40. We'll take a break. Argos leads it in the bell game. We'll be right back.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
Well, we're back. Bill Wainwright Gymnasium at Argos High School. 47-40 our score. 3:46 to play. Argos with the lead.
I feel like the man in the box trying to shoot over Matt Calhoun.
You ain't kidding.
My goodness. The block shots, the rebounds.
And Argos will have it out of the Culver timeout. They're going to put on full court press here. Argos not going to have anybody back, as Samuels will trigger it into Helms. He'll dribble it to the timeline, gets through the pressure. All alone, Calhoun drives it, misses the shot, got his own rebound, knocked out of bounds, and Green going to pick up the foul, I believe. It's going to be out of bounds under. 12 rebounds for Matt Calhoun in this game.
Pretty good.
I've got him for 8 points as well, 3 block shots at least.
Making his case.
47-40, 3:38 to play. Kai Austin will bring it in. Has it to Calhoun, trying to find space, gets Helms instead. He drives it. His shot, no good. Calhoun keeps it alive again. Samuels gets the rebound.
Oh, he got it ripped away.
Ripped away by Jonas McCune, who takes it coast to coast.
Argos needs to relax.
Full court pressure again, a whistle. Looks like we're going to have a foul on Green. And that's going to send an Argos player to the free throw line. It's going to be Makai Austin.
Argos just can't panic, Rusty. I mean, it's going to be physical. They're probably going to miss a couple fouls, but you just have to be strong with it. You can't have those turnovers leading to wide open layups on the other end.
47-42, 3:19 to play. Makai Austin misses the first one. 4 of 6 from the line. Now it's going to be Vanderweel coming back out to try to save Calhoun a foul. Austin, second shot, good. Makai Austin, 5 of 7 at the line, makes it 48-42, 3:16 to play. Jonas McCune dribbles across, looking for somewhere to go. Gets it over to Caleb. He'll get it to Green. Now left wing, Jonas. Gets it in the paint. Caleb, turnaround jumper, buries it. Caleb McCune with a turnaround fall away in the paint makes it 48-44. Makai Austin up quickly. Gets to the paint himself. Kicks it to Vanderweel. Samuels loses the handle. Ball loose. Bodies flying everywhere. Somehow Helms runs it down in the corner, and Argos will retain possession for a few seconds as Jonas McCune steals it back, lays it up, and lays it in.
Uh-oh.
48-46, 2:24. Helms has it taken away by Jackson. Jackson one-on-one with Samuels. Puts up the shot, hits it, they're going to call offensive foul on Jackson.
Oh, no, Rusty. Oh, no. That's a bad one. Oh, he was all the way under the basket. His heels were almost out of bounds.
Braylon Jackson going to pick up the offensive foul. Nobody from Culver likes this one. 3 fouls now on him. 48-46, full court pressure again. This is the kind of chaos Culver wants. Austin gets all the way to the block, puts it up, doesn't hit it. Drake Zorich comes away with a board.
Oh, boy.
And Austin going to get the foul.
Now you're as far away from the basket as possible, Rusty, and you send Culver to the line to tie it. One of those fouls that makes me believe that all basketball coaches are going bald, some faster than others. But it's the fouls sometimes, and it's the offensive rebounds that you give up. And the turnovers. You know the turnovers.
Oh, yeah.
It's like errors.
Yeah, it's worse than errors. Shot by Zorich is no good. 48-46, he'll get a second one. 2:08 to play in this one. Argos with the lead. Second shot is up. Good. Zorich 1 of 2 at the line. Makes it 48-47. Austin with it, inbounds, trying to get past the double team. Dribbles it, hands it to Helms. He'll get it across the timeline. Gets all the way to the paint. Tried to hit Calhoun. Good defensive play by Green, knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay Argos basketball. They'll have it out under their basket. Makai Austin will be the one bringing it in. He'll throw it deep, and McMillan's going to grab it. They're going to call him for a travel, but a lot of contact with Jonas McCune. I don't know about that one. Still a turnover, and it'll go back to Culver. Chance to take the lead with a three-pointer. Jonas McCune will dribble it across slowly. Minute 49. He calls Jackson out, gives him the basketball. They're going to waste some time with it here. They may play for one.
And they're looking for something specific.
McCune in the middle. Caleb, he'll turn and fire it. That's what they were looking for. Caleb McCune now with 11 points. 49-48. Culver with the lead. They steal it back. McCune to Jackson. Lays it in. Will shoot some free throws.
Wow, are they going to call this an intentional foul as well, Rusty?
They probably should. I think McMillan shoved him out of bounds.
Oh, that's brutal if it is.
Jackson gets the shot to drop. He's got 10 points now.
Yeah, they are. This is huge.
Foul is going to be on McMillan. The basket is good. And they're going to get one shot here for a three-point play.
And then, wait, what do we – oh, wait.
Now we're going to get, I think, maybe a timeout. They're pointing at the Culver bench. I'm not sure what it was.
Maybe a warning?
Maybe a bench warning. I'm sure Kyle Evans is very
I think it's a delayed
animated
game
down there.
I think maybe somebody hit the ball afterwards or a little too much celebrating.
Whatever it was a warning. It didn't have any immediate penalty with it. So now Jackson with a chance to add a point to this lead. We're going to get a timeout by Nick Kindig. And we're going to take a break as well. You're listening to the Bell Game here on Max 98.3. Culver has just taken the lead back, 51-48. We got a minute 20. That's all day in this one, so don't go anywhere.
It's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
Back at Phil Waybright Gym here at Argos High School. 51-48 the score. Culver has just taken the lead back. You looking for a quarterback for this year for the football team?
I'm always recruiting.
You might want to talk to the Dragon afterwards. He was sitting
no,
on
he has yet to get it up to me yet. So until he does,
he was sitting on that back leg. That shirt was coming out in a perfect spiral.
Until he gets up to me, it doesn't matter.
Jackson shot, no good. Rebound, fought for underneath. Samuels will get it. We're going to get a foul. That one is going to be on Drake Zorich. That is number 4 on him.
How big are free throws about to be in this last minute, Rusty? It's going to decide the game for sure.
They are gigantic.
Somebody
that
fouled
one
out.
by Jackson was no good. He's 0-1. Colton Howard going to take the floor now here to replace Zorich, who has 5. As usual, don't listen to me. I had him for 4.
You know I don't listen to you, Rusty.
Yeah, sure Kyle Evans would probably love to listen to me on that one, but now Hellam's going to shoot some free throws. First shot is up, and it is good.
I'd like to see the Dragon do a flip, Rusty. This game's got everything except for a mascot doing something crazy. I'm ready for it.
Second one. 26 points now for Zane Helms. 51-50. Culver lead. They have the ball, minute 16. Do you play for one?
Yeah, you use as much clock as you can, but you take a wide open layup if you get it.
Green has it to McCune. Jonas McCune, double teamed out near the volleyball line. Now Green on the left wing. Back to Jonas. Trying to go right side, kills the dribble, needs help, gets it to Green. Green, back to Jonas out near the timeline. 52 seconds. Kick to Green on the left wing. Back to Jonas. Guarded up by Aiden Bass in the middle, and McCune couldn't hit it. Colton Howard comes out of there with the rebound, and Aiden Samuels gets a foul.
You know, McCune's made that shot every time he's taken it here in the fourth quarter, and he says, Coach, I know I probably shouldn't have taken that one, but they got the offensive rebound. That's all that matters, right? You're still alive.
40.3 seconds at the line, Colton Howard. 4 of 6 from the line tonight. And he will get 2, I believe. First one is up, and that is no good.
Ruh-roh. You definitely don't want to make this a one-point game, Rusty. And a layup will beat you.
Layup will beat you. So you try to get this one. You got to have this one. Howard, biggest free throw of the year for him, and he hits it. 5 of 8 from the line now from Colton Howard, 52-50. 37 seconds left. Makai Austin almost has it taken away from him. Gets it to Calhoun. Calhoun turns, goes into the paint, kicks it. Austin for 3. Off the front of the rim. Rebound fought for underneath. And it's going to be a foul on Matt Calhoun trying to knock it out of the hands of McCune.
And that's going to be 5 from... 5 for Calhoun. And
with 22 seconds left, Matt Calhoun fouls out of this one. He'll lead with 8 points, 12 rebounds, and I've got him for 3 block shots at least. Was a force in the middle. Now Angelo McMillan going to come back in, and Calhoun will have to sit and watch the rest of this one. 22.4 seconds left at the free throw line. Jordan Green trying to make it a 2-possession game for Culver. His first shot, no good. He'll get a second one.
They could have iced this game, Rusty, if they just make them.
.4 seconds left. 52-50. Make it 53-50 as Green hits the second one. Going to get a timeout here from Culver. Full timeout from them. We'll take a short break. You're listening to the Bell Game on Max 98.3. 53-50 Culver lead. We will be right back.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
California.
Back at Phil Waybright Gymnasium, Rusty Nixon along with Peyton Skirvin. 53-50 lead here for Culver, trying to hold on and win the first bell game in 10 years for the Cavaliers. Culver trying to keep it here.
Well, they couldn't have done it in a more dramatic fashion, Rusty. And now the age-old debate in modern basketball, do you foul when you're up 3 late so that the team can't get a three-pointer off? We'll see, Rusty, we'll see.
I would, but that's me. Pass will come into Helms. He'll dribble it up with Jackson on him. Hands it off to Austin. Austin dribbles, looking for somewhere to go. 14 seconds, 13, spins in the paint, misses the layup, and is calling for travel.
Man, I thought it was a chance for an and one. Got him for the travel instead.
I thought it was going to be a foul, too, as he spun into the paint. 11.2 seconds left, 53-50. Culver with the lead. They have the ball. Jackson gets it in, and he'll be fouled instantly by Helms. Jonas McCune got the inbound pass, and he'll go to the free throw line here.
Just
trying to put it away.
Got to make one, Rusty. 10 seconds. It would take a miracle.
9.8 seconds left. 53-50 the score. Free throw line never been more important than right here for Jonas McCune. He's 4 of 7 from the line tonight. All in the second half. Misses the first one.
Missed this one. We got an interesting situation on our hands. Does Coach Kindig have a timeout? I don't know if he does.
I don't know if he does. Now,
not going to have to worry about it.
Kyle Evans is going to take one.
Now, this is interesting, Rusty. As a coach that you're on defense here, you know, and Kyle Evans is a defensive guy.
Yes, he is.
Don't get me wrong. So he's definitely setting something up here, maybe that they haven't seen yet this game. More importantly, he's probably talking about the fact that, hey, if we miss this, we probably need to foul so that they can't hit a three, right? You got to foul them so they can't. They go to the free throw line and shoot 2, and you don't have to worry about giving up the lead. Now, if that happens, you got to box out, though. But, you know, more than anything, make this free throw right here, and the game's over, right? All but over.
It would take more than a miracle. You'd have to hit a 3 and then get an and one to even tie it.
Well, and you have to have the perfect set coming out here if you're Argos. And you know how many times you see at the end of games how hard it is to get that shot off. Because it's the hardest the defense has played all game. You know, they know you're trying to get something quick. You're trying to get something going to the basket. And it's a lot easier said than done to get that good shot off.
Well, before you get the tough thing is before you're going to have to go the length of the floor most likely, and before you get to a spot where you can actually get a shot that has really any sort of, I mean, it could always go in from the other end line, but before you get to a range where you feel like you got a chance to make it, it's going to take at least 3-4 seconds. So we'll see what happens. Is Braylon Jackson going to be the only Culver player on the lane here? And at the free throw line, Jonas McCune trying to lock it up, or pretty close to lock it up. He will hit it. 5 of 9 at the line tonight for Jonas McCune. 54-50. Up quickly. Austin gets to the timeline. A whistle.
Moving screen.
And they're going to call a foul on Angelo McMillan.
He said a back screen. Lit him up.
5.1 seconds left. Culver has possession again. Pass comes in to Caleb McCune. All he's got to do is stand there and hold it. He does. And he'll be fouled by Makai Austin. His 4th foul.
Culver can taste it, man. They're celebrating already down there in the student section. Well earned, man. The comeback kids have done it again.
Came back from a deficit as big as 10. And it looks like they're going to walk away with the first Bell title in 10 years. 3.6 left on the clock, and Caleb McCune misses his first free throw. Was there earlier tonight, was 1 of 2, now has the second one. Shot is up, that one is good. 55-50, 1 second. Helms will take the half-court shot, no good. And Culver will come away with the win, 55-50. The final score in a battle here at Phil Waybright Gymnasium. We're going to take a break. I need to hydrate, and we'll have our post game right after this. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of the Bell game at Argos High School.
Happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today. McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning-fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
Time now for the post game, brought to you by McDonald's.
And we're back at Phil Waybright Gymnasium as the Culver Cavaliers having some fun here.
They're just taking turns, having a different guy go up and ring the bell every time, and then they all just go nuts. This is peak just high school sports, Rusty. Let me just ring this bell and we all celebrate again, and we'll do it again and again because, you put in a lot of work for nights like this, and you got to enjoy it.
You got to remember that this, as we said before, it's been 10 years since they've won this game, and it means a lot to both these communities. You saw by the game tonight, it meant just as much to Argos to keep it here.
It really did, Rusty, and you can see, I laugh. I'm watching the game, and you got 70-year-old men waving goodbye to somebody fouling out of a game, and you've got students that are screaming at the top of their lungs at the other players, and it's a rivalry that runs deep, and to win it for Culver here tonight, monumental, Rusty, monumental, and they've deserved it. I think they played, some of the best ball they could have played in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, where they went, flat out everything they had, and that's their game, is when there's the chaos going on the court. Chaos plays into Culver's favor, and that's what won them the game.
And I was going to say, the simple fact of the matter is Argos came out of the locker room at halftime, and they won that third quarter big time.
And most of the fourth quarter, Rusty.
A lot of execution, but, you can't count a team like Culver out because, like you said, if they can create chaos and speed you up and get you doing what they want you to do, they feel like they got a chance. We saw them come from 16 back to beat Oregon Davis in the Bi-County. It's not the first time they've done it. And so, you're getting a team here now at this point. They're starting to believe they can do this every time.
Yeah, Rusty, and when you play this brand of basketball, they have an identity, right? They have an identity, and they play around it, and that gives you a shot to win come tournament time. It does. Your boys are bought in. You have the scoring balance that you did tonight out of this Culver team. I was looking over there trying to look ahead for a player of the game, and my goodness, Rusty, I don't know how we're going to do it.
I'm going to let you do that here in a second. Let's run the scoring down. First for Argos. They got a couple of people that are making a bid, too. 10 points for Makai Austin. He had 4 rebounds to go with that. Aiden Samuels had 5 points. Angelo McMillan didn't score but had 3 rebounds in that big third quarter. Zane Helms, 27 points, 3 rebounds. Matt Calhoun, 8 points but 12 rebounds, and I had him for 3 block shots, and he was a defensive presence in the middle for that entire game. On the other side, Culver, dead even all the way around. You got Braylon Jackson with 10 and 5 boards. Caleb McCune with 12 and 4 boards. He had 3 steals. Colton Howard with 13. 2 points for John Carr. 13 points for Jonas McCune. He had 5 steals. Jordan Green with 4 points. Drake Zorich with 1 point. And that's your rundown on your scoring. We got one more thing to do. We're going to need to talk about it. So you need to go listen to a message. We'll have our player of the game for both teams coming up here right after this.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana. Serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
Back at Phil Waybright Gymnasium at Argos High School, and got to come up with our players of the game. I think we got them for Argos. Pretty easy one. Not easy. Zane Helms had a great night. Matt Calhoun had a great night. I think we're in agreement. Zane Helms, 27 points.
Yeah, he had a heck of a night, Rusty. He really impressed me with his scoring ability. A couple step-back threes. Really just a really impressive player. I'm excited to kind of see how he grows and continues to develop his game.
On the other side, there was a lot of credit to go around, but I think you and I are in agreement. Jonas McCune, right?
Yeah, he had 3 steals in that fourth quarter that were just huge, Rusty. Changed the game with steals that lead to points on the other end. And in a game that's decided by 2 or 3 possessions, those fourth quarter steals and those fourth quarter points and those little things at the end of the game win you those games.
They only had 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter. He had those 3 steals, I think, in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, without a doubt he did.
So you're looking at that. That was a huge part of them winning the game. So I agree with you. Jonas McCune, 13 points, 5 steals on the night for him, and he is our player of the game for Culver. All right.
Deep breath, Rusty. That was an exciting one.
I need to hydrate because Saturday we're going to be at LaPorte for the Bremen girls. They're in the regional championship game with Andran. We'll have that one for you. Tip-off time's at 5 Eastern. So we'll go on the air about 4:30 with our pregame. And then next week, shades of the Bell game, we got Bremen and Triton coming up next week. And that's going to be...
It's going to be a phenomenal game.
That will be a heck of a basketball game. We'll have that one coming up for you. I think it is Thursday night, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look it up. But that will be one of our games of the week next week. And, of course, we'll follow the Bremen girls as far as they go. Don't forget Saturday morning, the coaches show, 7 o'clock. I get to talk with Ryan Wolf. It's February, so we can talk baseball finally.
You two could sit down for probably a couple of weeks and talk baseball.
Yep, we'll have Ryan with us on Saturday morning to talk a little bit of baseball. We'll have some wrestlers, some swimmers. We got all kinds of things coming up.
Jam-packed.
Jam-packed Saturday coaches show starting at 7. Till then, have yourselves a great end of the week, and we'll talk to you.
Tonight's game brought to you by Coca-Cola, Hoosier Tire, Marion's University Ancilla College, First Federal Bank, Bigby Coffee, McDonald's, Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, Bourbon Street Pizza, Culver Portside Marina, Marshall County REMC, the Pilot News Group, Marshall County Fiber, Johnson Danielson Funeral Home, Don't forget to visit us online at sportsthemax.net, on Facebook, and on the web.